Indeed, I am Hachijo Toya. Madam Hachijo, we know that in your previous book signings you were so determined not to show yourself that you even used a body double. So what has caused you to change your mind and appear before us this time? The legend of the Rakanjima Witch has given birth to endless tales. Considering the weight of such a legend's demise, and being the mere writer that I am, I felt obligated to show myself as a sign of respect. I've made a few AI pictures of Grok. You'll see the one of feathering Augustus Aurora in a couple of videos from now. The next video will be Lambda Delta. The thumbnail for this video is a take on Frederica Bernkastel. Heck, I recently posted in the community post a apology. I made that I'm sorry. I made Furuto Erica from Umineko hot. That's my B. I'll wind up posting in the community posts here in a couple days the picture I made of Delanare Knox, which she looks fucking epic. Like she should be on Bleach or something. Side note, Tia Harabel. Though I am imagining her as Futa, so. Everyone's like, you don't need to talk about hentai. Like, I know. But. We'll eventually get a picture of Hachijo Toya as a separate picture. But that'll probably be about a dozen videos from now. I haven't actually made that one yet. I'll be making it later today. I'll also be making a few characters that, such as I can't fucking pronounce it, Ayumi-san, which is the woman that George was supposed to be engaged to by Ava's suggestion, which technically does not have any actual physical representation made as far as I know. I don't think anyone's ever even made a fan art of her. I'm probably mistaken. Maybe there's a manga version at some point where the author eventually decided to give the person a form. I know there's many additional names of servants and other characters that exist in some of the mangas or other adaptations that are only in those versions and not in this one. So, but at least to the best of my knowledge, there has never been a single rendition of Ayumi-san. Ever. By anyone. But again, I could be wrong, at which point if I am wrong, please tell me where to find it, because I'd be very curious to see what it is. If not, well, I'll be the very first one, albeit using AI. But I feel like that's honestly more honest. Because think about it, if I draw something, it'll just be something based on here's something I was inspired by, like the Bible Black anime. Here's a hot anime girl. Who would still probably be drawn with a dick. But by having AI do it, it will use its collective knowledge of the internet to at least come up with that whole sort of what the character should be, at least according to, well, if the backrooms themselves could give you an answer. Because I feel that any interpretation I would give you would be biased on my own views, and I feel like the AI one would be more unbalanced. I thought that was funny. It probably was not. As a forger, you announced on the web that you had reached the truth. Does that mean you've already read the contents of that diary, and very soon those contents will be revealed to everyone? Pardon me for asking, but is there any guarantee that the contents of the diary are the truth? One might view it as nothing more than a personal account from a single deceased person. Not at all. I guarantee it. The truth is recorded in this diary. Ooh. A stir passed through the crowd, and the room was suddenly filled with camera flashes. This ends Madame Hachijo's interview, and that brings us back to the point I was saying. Granted, like I said, the thumbnail for this video is Frederica Bernkastel, which I'll probably make more of her and Lambda Delta. By the way, the picture I made for Lambda Delta that you'll see in the next video, or at least the thumbnail for the next video, I gave her red hair, though the next attempt I do at it, I'll make sure to keep her with her blonde hair. But I at least made a version of Lambda Delta with red hair. So perhaps you'll find that interesting. But at least when it comes to Featherine, in a couple of videos you'll see one of Featherine, but I'm going to make a separate one of Hachijo herself in this form. Allow us to express our deep gratitude towards all members of the press for coming on this day. And now, we would like to move on and allow you to take photos of Madame Ushiromiya Eva's diary. A hotel worker pushed forward a cart covered by a veil. Then, after looking to Hachijo for approval, he removed the veil. There lay Ushiromiya Eva's diary. The book of the single truth sat there, waiting for its seal to be released. Hachijo held it to her chest and laughed enigmatically. Camera flashes came from everywhere, making the book of the single truth glint. And that is all for now. If you would all please move to the assembly hall. Still holding the diary, Hachijo left the press conference room, escorted by men from the hotel, until she went through a door that said authorized personnel only. The journalists continued to surround her and ask questions, hoping to gather just one more comment. When the door slammed shut, the world twisted. The hotel employees became black cats wearing capes. Hachijo had turned into Featherine. Things are getting pretty crazy out there. And yeah, like I said, the thumbnail for this video is a take on Bernkastel, though I do like this art style, though I think after the next dozen or so videos, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using the same style. I'm going to start making AI pictures of the Higurashi characters. And keep in mind, we did do a Let's Play of Higurashi, completed almost about a year ago, which is written by the same author as this. Of course, Frederica Bernkastel is, well, everyone's familiar with Rika Furude, not to be confused with Erika Furudo. And of course, Satoko Hachijo. Keiichi, Mion, Shion. There might be some other characters from Higurashi to do. Perhaps I feel interested in doing a picture of Asuka Langley Sauryu from Evangelion in the art style of Umineko by AI, with, again, my own little twist. Why? I guess she looks a bit similar to Angie. That, and I just feel like doing it. So, we'll go and end the video here. I hope everyone had a good day, and hope everyone has all the hugs and headpats you could ever want or need. Seems a little late in the video, but sure. We'll do the intro. Though everybody... I feel like it's superfluous at this point. I don't need to say it every video. Greetings one and all to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, and both the analog and digital world will welcome and good evening you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, the lunatic angel, your tsundere streamer who doesn't stream. I'm just some crazy guy on the internet, and this is just a place for me to talk without a filter. And... Tsundere? Tsundere? How do you guys pronounce it? Anyway. Until next time. Bye.